Previously on the last door. As a necessary step to understanding the mysterious disappearance of Dr. Wakefield's patient Jeremiah Devitt, the doctor and his colleague Johann Kaufman visited the manor of Professor Wright. Years before, Wright had been Kaufman's mentor in the occult, but since then had been afflicted with a mental condition and could remember nothing. They discovered that Wright's research had been funded by the playwright, the secret organization led by Alexander Dupree. While Kaufman lay in bed due to a sudden illness, Wakefield followed the clues left by the eccentric Professor Wright, leading to the darkness of an underground labyrinth. There was something waiting down there, alive but imprisoned in the cave. In the deepest chamber of the tunnel, Wakefield met the dreadful result of Professor Wright's final experiment, which had been an attempt to cross the last door using fear as the key. That's like a little tentacle spider monster thing that attacked us. For 3 days you must wait. Alone amongst these dead stones. What are you drawing like a circle? Yeah, I had a feeling. Only then will you be ready. What is this, a nightmare sequence? To complete your journey, Mr. Ashdown. Who's Mr. Ashdown? I don't know. Skip the credits. Clock. I think I can remember. Who? It's terrible, Screech. But it was not that of an animal. There was something human in it. A desperate cry for forgiveness. Sorry, I didn't mean to eat the cookies! Okay then. Okay, I don't need this ASMR session. Can't speak. Apparently he ran back outside and fell into the ocean. That is loud. Holy crap. They found me on the beach, unconscious, clutching the piece of wood that had saved me from drowning. When at last I awoke, the letter was waiting on my table. Liber Wakefield, I write this letter in my last moments of lucidity. I have not received word from you since I regained consciousness, but I am confident that you will soon return with information that is crucial to our investigation. The bravery that you demonstrated in the face of these latest discoveries is worthy of my most sincere admiration. I must now ask you for yet more courage. The doctors were unable to determine the cause of my sudden illness, nor have they found a cure. I have not much time left. My greatest regret is that I must abandon you to the difficult tasks that lie ahead. I implore you to persevere, now that we are so close to finding an answer. The professor's documents were filled with references to a place of dark legend, the Chromidian, an ancient sanctuary on the island of Éilís. The exact location of the Chromidian has been lost, but the professor believed that its secrets may explain why his experiments met with such disastrous results. You must find this place, mein Freund. I do not need to remind you to exercise the uttermost discretion. I have complete trust in you. What, is he dead? Always your friend, Johann Kaufmann. Well, this is a really gruesome start. With Kaufman gone, I found myself lost, my life suddenly devoid of meaning. Dude, he just said, continue going down the path you've already been going down, try to find the answers. It was as though my friend had written a letter to a person who no longer existed. Weeks passed, maybe months, I did not count the time. But the day came when I realized there was no other option. To honor my friend's memory, I had to keep looking. I had to find Jeremiah Devitt. Wherever he was. I don't even think he's in the mortal plane anymore. I can see the island in the distance. Season 2, Episode 3, The Reunion. And here we are, the island of Éilís Moor. Thank you very much. According to Kaufman's letter, the legendary Crone Median can be found here. As Kaufman emphasized, I must exercise discretion. For all I know, the playwright is watching. Right? I'm assuming because it's called The Reunion, that's where we're gonna... this is where we're gonna find Devitt, right? Good evening. Visiting? I hope you enjoy your stay. Good evening, my name is Wakefield. I have just arrived on the island. You ought to speak with Lord Donnan then. I beg your pardon? Lord Donnan, you should see him. Good evening. Welcome to Éilís Moor. Why am I able to go behind here? This seems suspicious. Oh, okay. Door is locked. Of course it is. The gate leads to the village graveyard. It is closed and locked. You can climb over that wall. Boo. What's up? Excuse me, are you Mr. Wakefield? I am. I have a message from Lord Donnan. Lord Donnan? To our most recent visitor, Mr. Wakefield, it is customary in Éilís Moor to welcome strangers with hospitality. I should be honored if you would accept this invitation to join me at my manor for dinner and amiable conversation. Your new friend, Lord Donnan. I don't trust this guy at all. Okay. Well, hi. Excuse me. A visitor. Visitors are most welcome in Éilís Moor. Yes, they are. Okay, stop. Cease. Looks like the gate has been broken for some time now. The door is locked. Okay. An abandoned wheel. A peculiar cog is attached to it. Based on the cog's workmanship, it looks like it was part of a complex industrial mechanism, but someone has tried to fit it crudely onto that broken bicycle wheel. How on earth did it come to be in a village like this? I don't know, you tell me. It looks like the wheel has been lying here for a long time. Okay. I'm assuming I'm going to be going in here eventually anyways. A sign reads, "The Wisdom of Silence." Let's go to the manor then, because I don't exactly know where else to go other than that. Now I can speed along. Oh, we're just speeding right to it. Okay, then. You know, I'm gonna be, like, on the outside and, like, go up to the door, it's like, knock, and then initiate the cutscene. Well, Dr. Wakefield? You are here on holiday, then? Yes, indeed. I have come to enjoy a rest somewhere far from the stresses of city life. I see. Well, if it's distractions you've come looking for, you've chosen the right time of year for it. These days, we celebrate a very special tradition of our kin, something unique. We call it the Festival of Reunion. Fascinating. May I ask, what does it entail? According to tradition, for the next 3 nights, the spirits of reunion leave the confines of the other side and roam the hills of Éilís Moor. We wear costumes and masks so that the spirits will not recognize us and make us the targets of their mischief. Certain rites take place, too, but I should not bore you with the details. You shall have occasion to see for yourself. A large statue of a person. It is so eroded by the passage of time it is difficult to tell any specific detail. There are 2 engraved panels on the wall. They appear to be ancient, but I cannot decipher their meaning. An exotic blend of black tea. Okay. Odd mosaic adorns the floor. It depicts 2 snakes biting each other. Does it? Looks like they're just like rubbing up against each other. Okay. Do these panels on the wall represent a classical theme? I cannot seem to place it. They are the panels of the first king of Éilís Moor. In the days of the Druids, we worshipped the great god Lugh, and our kings did right by those beliefs. Well, I cannot help noticing this remarkable mosaic. It looks authentic. Yes, it is. Although some historians might disagree, we believe that this manor was built atop an ancient Roman villa. In our traditions, the double serpent represents a sentinel that protects us from the terrible threat hidden within itself. The statue is remarkable. May I ask what it represents? It is Lugh Not Gonna Bother, a hero and high king of our myths. You seem to be knowledgeable about Éilís Moor's folklore. I should very much like to learn about the island's history in more detail. It is true that we in Éilís Moor cleave to the ancient traditions. We haven't lost touch like some of those on the mainland, but I am no expert. If you are really interested, you should talk to Miss Foster. Please forgive my indiscretion, but do you consider yourself a religious man, Dr. Wakefield? No, I do not. You seem so certain. Might I ask why? I have not yet found a religion that provides the answers I seek. I see. Let us take a walk by the lake. From there, we can see the beauty of the island as we talk and be the better for it. The only reason why I said that is because I don't think... I think religion has a very, heavy presence in this game where it's like a lot of people have lost their faith. And based on everything that we've seen so far, makes that more accurate. Where it's like, maybe there is no faith to follow. That's just how I see it. The marsh in this valley is, for simpletons, a wellspring of frightful tales. The educated among us enjoy the tales as little more than distractions, knowing us safe from those visions. We know these stories to be nothing but superstition. But how can we be so sure that in the dense mist that emanates from the stagnant water, we may not find passages to other worlds? What if the walls that drift from the reeds in the darkest of nights are the songs of those from our worst nightmare? Many of the gods that men worship for millennia now lie buried in the common grave of oblivion. In Éilís we keep our traditions alive. Oh, they change just as the times do, but they always keep their essence. These are our roots, Doctor. I must now take my leave, as my presence was required to start the rites of reunion. Feel free to continue your walk on your own. The village can be found just beyond those hills. As I mentioned earlier, you may wish to speak with Miss Foster. She is something of a resident expert on Éilís history. She can often be found working late at the school, the building right across from the quay. It has been a pleasure meeting you. Farewell, Dr. Wakefield. It's been a pleasure, Lord Donnan. Really hard to pronounce names sometimes. I don't know how to pronounce it because it has the little accents above letters, and it's just really hard to distinguish what's the right way to pronounce it. An old barrel lies stranded on the shore. A painted label reads mineral oil. It is sealed. The water of the marsh is murky and dark. Okay. Is there literally nothing over here? You would think there would be something over here worth of value, but no. Okay. Okay, where am I? A broken old fence. Okay, I'm not gonna leave just yet. I want to see what's over to the left, if anything at all. Just to be thorough. Oh, hi. Excuse me. Hello, my name is Wakefield. Hi. What are you drawing on the ground? It's a symbol, not a drawing. A symbol? What does it mean? It's the final truth that'll protect us from the marsh dwellers, but we're not allowed to say its name out loud. The marsh dwellers? Who are they? They're scary. My Aunt Kathleen says they were really bad people. You'd never see them, but you'd hear them in the reeds. They try to take you in there with them. That's why we can't come here alone. We always have to take someone with us. Must go now. Goodbye. Farewell. That's kind of weird. This is even weirder. I didn't mean to do that. Before I look at the hole, I just want to look around. This place appears to be the remnant of an ancient temple to some unknown deity. A huge hole lies in front of me. An ominous, chilling draft issues from within that sends shivers down my spine and makes me very uneasy. To a superstitious mind, it might seem like a passage to another world. Ugh. That actually does give me a bit of chills. Like, I don't really like seeing giant holes in the ground, like in the walls. It's really weird. I don't like it. Okay, so go back here. This is open now. A small mausoleum. The door has a small slot. Might be able to peer through it. Is that a person or is that a statue? Inside, a candle provides dim light. I can make out a statue of a hooded man. I can also hear someone whispering. That's weird. No, I can't die yet. Not without knowledge. Is it so terribly unthinkable to truly understand the gods? How can we live only on faith? That's what I was just saying. Like, some people have lost their faith. No, shut up. Knowledge is what I pursue, nor not faith nor assumptions. That's kind of what I was just saying. No, no man can face death believing there was nothing on the other side. Yes, yes, you were right. Now I understand. Well, that was weird. The epitaph on this gravestone is written in Gaelic. The shadows cast by the lanterns only make the characters more mysterious. Man hides his face behind a fox mask. He murmurs something in unison with the others, a muted prayer I cannot quite make out. Woman hides her face behind a bull mask. Okay, same thing. In the middle of the graveyard stands an old alder tree, which the locals call a fearnog. Many lanterns hang from it. I do not know for what purpose. Man, his face hidden by a wolf mask, stands in the middle. There is something familiar about him. Deer mask and a badger mask. Can't move. I believe they were burying mirrors in a hole in the ground. What a peculiar tradition. Okay then. An empty doghouse. Nothing has slept here in many years. An old rowboat filled with stale water. Something sticking out of the water. Grab it. A worn out umbrella. It doesn't look like it will rain anytime soon, but there might be a purpose for it. Water is so muddy that I can barely see the bottom of the trough. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm not quite done here, I don't think. Not yet. I want to go in here. Oh, are you the lady? Trash bin filled with papers. There was a drawing on one. The child's drawing. There seems to be a village, a lake, and some sort of creature. Dragon. It's a Charizard! Are you, the foster lady? Good evening. To what do I owe the pleasure? I am a busy woman, as you can see. My name is Dr. Wakefield, and I have come to Éilís Moor to rest for a while. Lord Donnan said that I might find you here. Have you met Lord Donnan? It has been so long since I have seen him here in the village. I hope he is well. Not gonna bother, Dr. Wakefield. Welcome to Éilís Moor. So, you have not seen Lord Donnan lately? As far as I know, no one has seen him since, well, it's been a few weeks. Now that the festival has started, maybe he'll be more motivated to join us in the village. Oh, there was another question. What can you tell me about this curious festival? Where it takes place when the constellation Reunion is visible in the sky. On those nights, dark things and spirits ride the winds that travel across the hills. As you may have already seen, at sunset the villagers don masks. They do this so that the spirits will not know them or carry them away to the depths of the underground caves. There was a group of masked people at the graveyard. Was that part of the festival? Yes, that was one of the first rites of the reunion, a very important one. As I said, people dress up to protect themselves from those that will come. This is not enough, since the mirrors they have looked into while changing know their identities. They bury them next to the old Fearnog. The roots of the tree grow in both worlds at the same time, so they keep the witness mirrors safe. Lord Donnan said you were an expert on the island's folklore. He said that, did he? Well, I wouldn't call myself an expert now, but I've lived here in Isles Moor longer than most, and I've heard my fair share of stories about the other side and its people. Might I ask you a question, Miss Foster? Yes, of course. You've already asked her several questions. Do you know the meaning of the word chronomedian? Yes, it's a very unusual word, very much indeed. The Chronomedion is the sanctuary of the Crooked One. It is a cursed place, the dwelling of the devil. I recall it from the tales that I heard as a child. Of course, our elders only made up those tales to scare us and protect us from harm. Would you tell me the story of the Chronomedion? All right. There is a hole in the ground up in the hills, not too far from the village. A hole so dark and deep you'd not see the end. Folks around here believe there lies an old serpent at its depths, ravenous for flesh, the Crooked One. Long ago, our ancestors threw livestock into the pit in the hope of placating the Crooked One's hunger, though that tradition has not been practiced for some time, but perhaps it would be best if you do not approach the hole. It is said that the last heir of the Ladesend once defied the Crooked One by approaching the rim with an iron amulet in her hand. It is general knowledge that beings from the other side detest iron, so the cursing and the shouting of the young Ladesend received no immediate answer. But a few nights later, the Ladesend house was consumed in a horrific blaze, putting an end to the old family. Something happened a few weeks ago. Oh, sure, it was truly terrible. Kieran, his only child, disappeared without a trace. He went off to play in the hills and just vanished. No one has seen him since. Good lord, and you say he has not been found yet? How is that possible? We all searched the island, but he was nowhere to be found. He fell in the hole. What can you tell me about Kieran's disappearance? Just that he was a restless child who loved exploring deserted areas. You might learn more from his classmates. His desk was in the back corner. I must leave now. It has been a pleasure. The pleasure was mine. Enjoy your time on Isles Moor. They'll dance around the burrow. Around the burrow, they'll sing. It's cold inside as winter. Don't get too close. Don't get too close, or else they'll pull you in. Is that the like the marsh dwellers or something? A paper with black circles painted on it. There is some kind of worm screw inside, the remains of an insect beside it, and some drawings engraved on the desk. I would take the drive with me. It may prove itself useful. Oh, I can't take this with me? I'm probably gonna have to remember that. A shelf of handmade books with unfamiliar titles. Most of them concern strange rites. A picture of a slender woman, apparently a goddess, wearing a black dress and having a murder of crows around her. It's signed with the name Badpakatha. Where does this lead me? Oh, we're back out at the beginning area. All the villagers are gone. Hmm. Is the boat dude gone? Yes, and he left a bottle. A bottle is floating on the water. It is caught in the seaweed, just out of reach. I think there was something inside. Oh, that's the end of the umbrella usage. Okay. A paper is rolled up inside the bottle. Gods remain silent as the fog settles. We may look for the king beyond the clouds, but find the queen with a fiery crown. Okay. How is that useful to me? I was about to say, the villagers are gone. Hmm. Let's show the drawing to her, see if there's anything different that happens. I found this picture. Was it made by one of your students? Yes, this was painted by poor Kieran. What would you say it represents? Things that were familiar to him, the village, his home, but these other shapes, I do not know. You could ask one of his classmates, they should be able to tell you more about it. Okay, but where do I do that? The windows are open, letting a chilly draft inside. Like, where are his classmates is my question. Are those the dudes in the hills? I would assume so. Because I don't think it would be any of these people. Go up to the hills. I might need to go back to the manor. Kid doesn't seem interested. How about you? I found this drawing at the school. Is it yours? That? No, Kieran painted it a long time ago. Drawing is Kieran's? There could be a clue here about of his whereabouts. What is this? That's the crooked one. They say a village defied it, and the next day her house was burned to the ground. They say it was the crooked one paying her back. That's the house where Kieran found the treasure. Do you know how to get to there? Sure, it's easy. Solitary house. Okay. Were you Kieran's friend? He was nice, but he didn't want to play much. He was mostly for going in the hills by himself. Was Kieran not scared of the marsh dwellers? No, he said he had seen them, but that they were not as scary as Aunt says. I think that is why they took him. You think the marsh dwellers took him? Yes, for sure. Before he disappeared, he said he found a treasure, a disc with a beautiful drawing. He took it from the old house in the hills. Maybe the marsh dwellers wanted it. Okay. Go to the solitary house. Oh, this is eerie. A wicker statue sporting a pair of animal horns. The twigs look fresh. A metal trapdoor. It seems to lead to some sort of basement. Do I want to go down here? Not really. I think this basement might have once housed the library. It looks like it was not burned as badly as the rest of the house. Even so, little here remains intact. This table has been upended. Ornate chest, its inside untouched by the fire. It was probably opened long after the inferno died down. There's a diary inside. It is signed Brehead Ladesend. Several pages towards the end are missing. August 7th, 1801. Words cannot express the gratitude that I feel for Aunt Mayer's bequest. May her dear soul rest in peace. This house is just what I needed to still my nerves after the exhausting pace of life in Dublin. September 10th. I would not have thought to find such a remarkable library hidden away in the basement. It includes several magnificent tomes on the most picturesque customs of our land. September 23rd. I found Aunt Mare's diaries next to an odd iron disc, but the contents of the diaries were appalling. What could have happened that dear old Mare would write such things? The damnable place that she speaks of, I must know if it really exists. I am resolved to investigate our family's crypt. It would be prudent to walk until dusk before traveling to the Northern Cape so as not be seen. September 25th. The abbey was in such a state of decay that it was nearly impossible to find the mural painting in the dark. Fortunately, a dim light happened to shine through a gap in a wall, illuminating the face of the sentinel. I believe Aunt Mare's iron disc is needed to open the secret passage. October 10th. Is this the legacy of the Ladesend? I can stand to bear it no longer. Fire will put an end to this blasphemy and cleanse the land of our family's curse. And should the fire prove insufficient, may this testimony serve as warning. Miss Ladesend must have found something abhorrent in her family's crypt. If I could find out what it was, I may learn more about the Crone Median. My intuition tells me that I must act tonight, or else it will be too late. Not quite done yet. I want to keep looking around. It looks like some sort of makeshift bed. Was Kieran sleeping in this terrible, lonely place? This side of the basement seems to have collapsed during the fire. What's on the other side, if anything at all? Remains of the books, scorched by the fire. Most of the pages are ashy or blackened, so the text is illegible. A common carpenter's brace. A tool like this would be used for drilling holes in wood. Could be useful later. Okay. I don't think there's anything else down here. God, this music is really creepy. Is the statue gone? The statue's on fire. The wicker statue is burning. Who did this? Interesting. This must be the house that the child was telling me about. Kieran was here just before his disappearance. Strange. A mailbox. The envelope is very old. It is stamped, returned, and there is a letter inside. My dear cousin, I am doing poorly. I would ask that you not call upon me here at Éilís Moor, not now, nor ever again. Please keep grandmother's ring. I believe that she would have wanted you to have it. Yours faithfully, Brehead. There was something else in the envelope. What? Iron ring. Interesting. Is there anything else in here? Probably not. There was nothing else here. I didn't think so. Who set this wicker man on fire is my question. Okay, let's go up here. Another wicker man. The wicker statue stands like a silent guard. Its presence makes me uncomfortable, as though I have trespassed on forbidden grounds. This must be the old abbey that Brehead Ladesend described in her diary. Could the Crone Median be here? Brehead mentioned a dim light, but I can see only darkness. This dome appears to be Roman in origin. It is in better condition than the other ruins. Okay. Let's go back to the manor and see if there's anything else here. Bunch of statues everywhere. It is a safety bicycle. I still do not understand how they managed to keep balance with such small wheels. It looks quite new, but its chain is broken. Must find a way to fix this chain. No. No. Okay. The noise of the swing, gently being moved by the wind, is the only thing breaking the silence. Hold on. I want to look at this first. Mill wheel. Something is preventing it from spinning. Strange mechanism runs from the mill's wheel shaft into the building. It seems to be lacking a small piece. The brace? No. How about the screw? There we go. Seems the mechanism works properly now. Now the water wheel is working. There we go. Anything off to the side here? No? Okay. Now let's see if I can get into the house. Kieran's playroom is written on the door in hand-painted letters. The door is locked. Cannot use the brace to open the door. The ring fits perfectly on the chain. I am sorry to use Breehead's grandmother's ring in such a manner. Still, maybe now I can get the bicycle to work. The tires are too threadbare. I don't see how I can ride it safely, but at least the chain rotates. What was that sound? Did the door just open? Is there anything else with this? No. What did that do for me? It did something. I don't know what. What did that do for me? I don't know. That had to do something around here, though. Wait, that's new. That wasn't there before. The Roman statue has been thrown down and replaced with a wicker one. The Roman statue lies shattered on the ground. To destroy such an ancient statue, could this really be part of the festival? The door is locked, and the manor appears to be dark and empty. I use the brace. Okay. What did that do for me? What did this do for me? I'm confused. It's preposterous. Wheel does not need another cog. Was I supposed to use the cog on the other thing? I don't remember. No, because I got the cog from it, didn't I? Let's go back to the village. I do not know what it wants me to do. Now the people are gone. I would rather not interfere with traditions I do not quite yet understand. Middle of the graveyard. Okay, I already read that. Okay. Now the teacher is gone. Does anything change here? No. Okay. Where did everyone go? I don't know. I don't know where everybody went. Maybe I use the brace on here. I may be able to drill a hole in the barrel using this brace. There we go. Now that there was a hole in the barrel, I have managed to push the bottle in a bit, and I managed to fill it with oil. Now, what do I do with this? I don't know. I have all the oil I need. Okay, so I probably don't need to come back down here unless there's like an event or something that happens. There's a drawing of some sort of spiked circle. Is it the sun or something else? The child that I spoke with earlier seems to have left his mask here. There's a ribbon hanging from it. And there it goes. The ribbon has flown away. I don't think I need to be here. Actually, maybe. Let me just see if I can do it. No. I'm just trying everything. Well, that's the same symbol that the kid drew. Okay, where did this ribbon go? Did it go down here? Yes, it did. This is the ribbon that was hanging from the mask. And there it goes again. Oh, now I go this way. I can see a lighthouse in the distance. There we go. Now I'm making progress. That is the ribbon that was snatched from the wind. A red ribbon. I think it was part of the child's mask that was left behind in the hills. You think or you know? It may have provided the light that Breehead spoke of in her diary, but the lamp is off. I wonder if it has been abandoned. So I'm probably going to have to use the oil to light up the lighthouse. Then go from there. Like, I knew that that had to be something over there. I just didn't know what. Okay, please keep going. Okay, now go here. This is a weird cutscene. Oh, a hanging wicker man now. What a ghastly custom. This wicker man is in the shape of a hangman. What a ribbon, my dude? No? Okay. No one is answering. Well, probably because it's abandoned. Someone is inside. Maybe I can make some kind of noise to attract their attention. A wide copper pipe from the tower to the ground. It is covered in salt and seaweed. Lights turned off. Sounded like it attracted someone's attention downstairs. You do not need to make more noise. The lights are off. That's not good. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Why are you sitting down? Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, like, that's weird. A drip of water left unchecked has ruined the mantle and collected in a small pool. Few logs and cords of firewood. Good evening. Would you happen to be the lighthouse keeper? My name is Wakefield. Stranger, and what would he want from me? I am a visitor to Éilís Moor. This lighthouse caught my eye. It's this dark. You thought it to be abandoned? Well, it's not. Even though I can barely see a thing, this is my house. Okay, I'm sorry that I made assumptions. Why is the lighthouse lamp not lit? Is it not dangerous for the ships? Do not let it concern you. Many years ago, the sea lanes were altered to avoid this coast. Now it's rare indeed to see a ship in these waters. After the accident, the lighthouse was never repaired. Was there a failure in the lamp's mechanism? Precisely that. One stormy afternoon, I suddenly heard a strong noise up in the light room. The clockwork mechanism had stopped working and the lamp was off. I had never seen a failure like that. I cannot get the lighthouse working again. You said you had an accident. What happened? I was checking the lenses because the failure looked so very strange and I was worried. All of a sudden, the light must have turned on. I was blinded and can see nothing but fleeting shapes ever since. Has nobody else tried to fix the lamp since? No, no one in the village is interested. For them, the more isolated Éilís Moor is, the better. They do not care about ships or accidents, especially Lord Donnan. He sees anything coming from outside of the island as a threat. I understand. Do you know anything about the disappearance of Lord Donnan's son? A tragedy it was. A strange one, but a tragedy nonetheless. What was so strange about Kieran's disappearance? I just find it a bit suspicious that it happened so close to the reunion. It's too easy to be keeping secrets during the festival, being how everyone is afraid of leaving the village those nights. What do you mean? Look, folks here are too gullible. They'll do anything to protect themselves from their strange fears. They'll not eat corn, nor drink milk, or they'll dig graves for their mirrors. And of course, they will avoid standing near a fear nog too long because, though the fiends cannot touch the tree, they're attracted to the smell of its resin. But surely it's all nonsense. Look, it's really easy to prove it all wrong. Just don't follow the rituals. You're a stranger to our ways, but have you seen any of the things I mentioned? Well, I did see a group of people in the village bearing mirrors. Exactly. What do you think would happen if you unburied those mirrors? That a band of goblins would come out of the marshes to steal them? Nothing but nonsense. What of Kieran's disappearance then? Well, I'll admit I'm not sure what happened to the boy, but one thing I am sure of, this festival of reunion is nothing but a farce, and it would be just so easy to prove it. Might I go upstairs to see the light room? Even though the lamp is off, I should like to take a view of the surrounding countryside. Well, I do not think you will see anything really, but if you are so interested, yes, I guess you may. Thank you for the pleasant conversation. I must go. The small stove hardly manages to warm such a spacious room. I should like to visit the light room now, if I may. Yes, you already have my permission. A portrait of a bearded ship's captain, done in oils. The varnish has darkened his features considerably. A thick layer of mist covers the sea out there. Looks like the lighthouse's electric lamp battery slot. Looks like the lamp is lit by some sort of electrical switch, however, its battery is flat. Perhaps I can find a way to recharge the battery. Like how would I do that though? The clockwork mechanism that causes the lamp's reflector to spin. However, I think that something is missing. It could do with some oiling as well. The cog was the missing piece of the mechanism. I have replaced it. However, the mechanism is still too rusty to move. There's a little hole in the tank and the oil is leaking. The mechanism will not work properly unless I fix it. Okay, use the ribbon. Now I can oil the mechanism without worrying about it leaking. There we go. The cog was the missing piece of the mechanism. It has been replaced with, and the mechanism has been well oiled. It is easy to wind, and now it is back to life. I have reattached the battery, but it is still flat. Okay. So... It cannot be. I never thought I would hear the rhythm of my beloved lighthouse working again. You don't know how grateful I am. For years I've longed to hear those marvelous sounds. Memories of better times. But the light has yet to be lit, I'm afraid. Ah, that battery. Have you got it charged already? I used to have a crank I would use it on every night, but since the loss of my sight, I have lost track of it. So there's a crank somewhere, huh? You're not gonna say anything else, right? No. So there's a crank somewhere, but where? That I do not know. I can't really think of anything that would allow me to do it. Not need to make more noise. Okay. But the only really, like, mechanism I can think of is the bike. It's like, I, like, charge it. Like, just, like, electrical juice and whatnot. But I'm not entirely sure. So, it would be here, right? Now that the bicycle is fixed, if I attach one of its cogs to the battery's dynamo, I may be able to provide it with a charge. There we go. I managed to charge the battery by attaching the dynamo to the bicycle's cogs. There we go. There we go. Now I'm making progress. Back to the lighthouse. I was gonna say, it's like, what was the bicycle's purpose? Hopefully the battery has enough charge to keep the lighthouse lit for a few hours. Well, I have to hit the switch. There we go. Is the dude gonna come up here? I did the thing. Oh, you're not even gonna say anything about it? It's like, oh, you fixed it. Thank the heavens. Oh, now it's burning. The Wickerman has been set on fire too. Who keeps doing this? The rope gave away just as I passed. Okay, now let's go to here. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's like the lighthouse is spinning now. Well, that's cool. Light has revealed a mural painting on the stones, just as it did for Brehad nearly a century ago. According to the diary, the light from the lighthouse revealed the eyes of the sentinel. pair of evil eyes seem to glitter in the dark. Okay, I understand. I wouldn't really have thought of that. I would have just been running around in circles. So I need the disc. And the disc is probably in the village. Because the lighthouse keeper was saying, it's like, oh, like, what would happen if you dug it up? I'm not too sure about this. Not sure about what. You hear a smash. Okay. There we go. What was that? Now I'll go out here. Hi. That's weird. Mirrors are completely shattered. Why would that masked man do this? Are you sure that's a masked man? Do I have to follow him? Yeah. Can't speed along this, so I just have to follow him apparently. Are you a marsh dweller? It seems to be heading east. Oh, you're going to the playhouse, aren't you? Oh, this is weird. Ornate lever is built into the wall. Oh, this is creepy. I don't like this. A doll's theater lamp spinning around. A painted man-sized wooden doll. It represents an old lady. A painted man-sized wooden doll represents a king. Celestial bodies made of paper. I don't like this. That's weird. The stranger's mask is lying on the floor. It looked more like a bird than it did like a dragon. I can hear someone wandering in the dark. I can see a deformed shadow in there, writhing and fidgeting. I cannot get any closer. Something is underneath the mask. There we go. An old iron disc. A drawing of a spiked circle is engraved on it. Its hollow eyes bore into me. Okay. Hi. Is there anything else with that? Oh, okay. Now this is burning. Egad, now this statue is burning too. Is someone following me? I don't know, you tell me. Okay, now go here. I like how there was music playing here before and now there isn't. There we go. Hidden entrance is open now. Like that noise. What was that sound? Is the working man now on fire? Yes, yes it is. Burning again. Ah, okay. Okay. There's a secret. I would not have realized this. I have to go back to the hills. See through the arch down to the shore. Right? Hmm. Did I miss something? Because it says, proceed through the arch down to the shore. In the middle of the sea is a wicker man on a cross. Examine it. Is it because I missed something beforehand, or am I just blind? I don't know. Maybe I missed something and I just don't know. Okay. I don't know. I'm not gonna waste time. I don't have enough time to like seek out every single secret. Okay, now let's go in here. Symbol looks familiar. A spiked circle. It could be the sun. Of course we're going deep down underground. That doesn't surprise me. The tunnel descends deep into the earth. Will I find the Laidsen crypt at the bottom? Or something? Dear God, I am reeling. Kaufman, my friend, your faith in me was misplaced. I cannot. No, I will persevere. What, you're cowering out now? Tapping out, like, all these, like, weeks and months later? I'm just expecting, like, a shadow to go in, like, from the foreground. It's just, like, a shadow. Oh, this is the hole. Small coffin half rotted away. Coffin is covered in ashes. The coffin does not look quite as old as the others. It's just pointing me to this one. Oh, there's a symbol on the ceiling. Some old pages lie haphazardly on the coffin lid. It is as though they had been dropped here from the upper hill long ago. They bear faint notes written in a trembling hand. Down in this unholy burrow, in the feared crone median, our worst nightmares crawl and die. Resting down here are the dauntless, those who dared enter the lair of the snake and the bird. Each of those men and women crossed the path between. They walked through the mist to the other side where the ultimate truth screams in terror, and then they returned. These are my ancestors. Amongst the dead stones of the crone median lie the proud Laidsen, reduced to something far worse than dust or ashes. Could that blasphemy in the coffin be Aunt Mare's true legacy? No, I shall not accept its fate for myself. A spiked circle was engraved on the bare stone. The engraving on the coffin is so badly eroded that the name is barely readable. Mare Laidsen. What was that? Okay. I was about to say, what's going on? Uh-oh, I'm gonna get chased. This is a long cave. Seekers of truth will sacrifice their wisdom. So to open the way to where the feared nog blooms. Your offspring we welcome its hidden threat. We're going into the mist. Only the light of your sign will carry its purge. Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, you're the guy in the mask. These guys are there in the masks. Oh, hi. And you're the crooked one? Well, this took a weird turn. Not necessarily scary. It's just weird. That's a giant one. Oh, now where are we? Cutscene. David?